submit myself to you. Oh, please abide in me. Please abide. I submit myself to you. Holy Spirit, please abide. Please abide in me. I repent for the sins of my fathers. I repent for the sins of yesterday. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Do as you with me. I heard him call Yahuwah sent me. I'll sacrifice the least I could do. My reasonable service I offer. Hey, shalom, shalom. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Let me know if you can see and hear me. I submit myself to you. Say shalom to everybody. Shalom to Sadie, Abriyu, Saul, Ayana, Karen, Susa Charles, Tammy Lee, Dwayne, Divine Awakening Charles, Debbie, Anisha McClellan, Ayana Johnson, Afroback 97, Lamar, Amana, Yacob, Sister Yiska, Donna Wells, Donna Nicole, Shalom, Sister Donna, Janelle, Sister Janelle, Donna, Shalom, Ebony, Teresa, Muhammad, Kaida, Washington, Shalom, James, Naya, Denise, Hazar, Yaz Love, Shalom, Great, right, Shalom, this thing is messing me up, man. Shalom, Sister Denise Coleman, Shalom. Nicole, Shalom, Divine Awakening, Abba Yah, Inspired by Yah, K. Martin, Bethany, Naylock, Shalom. Sister Tammy, Shalom. Mata, Shalom. Soraya, Shalom. Jeanette, Shalom. Reginald, Kanayahu, Saxman, Josetta, Patricia, Dominique, Shalom. Derek, Shalom. Charlotte Durham, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. Shalom, everybody. All right, shalom, everybody. Want to make sure everybody can see and hear me. See and hear me. If you can, that's good. I got something in my eye right here. All right. Okay. Just want to say shalom, everybody. We're finna get ready with the morning prayer. All right. Remember, we start the actual fast tomorrow. 9 a.m. will be when we actually start.
let the Most High lead you on what He desire you to for your restrictions on the fast. I don't know if in your city, but I know right now Augusta is on shutdown and on lockdown right now. As far as curfew and going out and different restaurants and places, but we're gonna focus on the prayer. What I wanted to do is to give you guys um, and remember on this fast it's going to be an offensive fast, so we're going to be um, praying against Babylon and the leaders of Babylon and what they've been doing, so it'll be an offensive prayer. I probably won't do the prayer on YouTube, because if we do an offensive prayer and calling out names on YouTube, they might shut us down. So I more than likely would do it on Periscope. I'll let you know though. I do it on Periscope. More than likely it'll be on Periscope. So if you don't know how Periscope, go there. All you got to do is download Periscope on your phone, and you ought to be able to get it that way. Download Periscope on your phone and put in Rebirth Nation, and you ought to be able to find us. And we'll be starting. We're going to try to do 2 times a day, 9 in the morning and 7 p.m. in the evening. We're going to try to make sure that we're able to do that. Starting at 9 a.m. So be ready for that. More than likely it won't be on YouTube, but it'll be on Periscope. So go ahead and get on there. If we have an issue with Periscope, then I do a prayer conference line. Or I'm not very familiar with Zoom, or I might even go Zoom. So it just depends. Depends on what we do. The focus prayers will be Isaiah 26, 47, 60, 61, and 109. So I want everybody to get that. Our focus will be Isaiah 26, Isaiah 47, which talks about the destruction of Babylon, and also dealing with our redemption, Isaiah 60 and 61, and Psalms 109. Whatever scriptures you can find of that's going on the offense against our enemies, against wicked rulers. That is what we're going to be praying against. We're actually going to be calling out their name also too. So today I'm going to give you some instructions that the Most High gave us in prayer for the prayer team in Augusta last week. And then I will do, since this whole 21-day fast will be more offensive today, I do individual prayers. If you got prayer needs and stuff like that, I'll begin to pray for you today. But on the fast, we won't do a whole lot of that on the fast. Okay? So let's go. What we try to do, what the Most High led me to do with some of the prayer team down here, I'm activating their ability to hear the Most High and get words for the Most High prophetically. So this last time we was together this past week, Most High led me just to activate them even more. So what I did is I told them, we was ending up everything, and we were just discussing things, and I told everybody just come to the front. And I said, I don't want you, without praise and worship, without getting yourself ready for prayer, I want you to close your eyes and get a word from the Most High. Right on the spot, close your eyes right there and silence your mind and get a word for the Most High. Hear what he's saying, that way, because moving forward, we might not always be able to come before him with singing, praise and worship, building the atmosphere, getting ready to hear his voice. We might have to, in the moment, boom, might have to hear what he say and follow the instructions, because we never know how things like turn out that you got to be ready to hear. You might not have time to uplift your hands. You might not have time to really go in with what you get a word. You need to be able to sit still and hear what he's saying and be able to go from there. So This is what I was activating and getting them here. And the Most High gave him all the words. So, but his all the words that he gave them became one word. Became one word. So I'm gonna go over some of the things that was spoken of, and there's even stuff that we're gonna take into the fast also too. Okay, so the first thing was that and I want everybody to understand this. Write this down, put it in your spirit because you're going to need it with this upcoming season that we're going into. This upcoming season that we're going into. This is what you're going to have to know and what you're going to have to have. This is the words that the Most High gave us that you're going to have to walk in. All right, so the first word is He is requiring shalom from us. It's requiring shalom. It's almost like a commandment of shalom that we can't allow fear to overtake us. We can't allow us to be beat down with what they're trying to do and the fear of what we believe could happen and what they're saying on the news. Sometimes you got to cut that stuff out. But the Most High saying with Israel, He's requiring shalom from you. He don't want nothing else but peace. We should be in a constant mindset of peace right now because we understand what's going on. We understand that these things have to take place for our redemption to be it now. So He's watching how we governing our household is with peace during this time. He's trying to see who has faith in Him and who's don't. It'll be a 21-day fast. 21-day fast. You let the Most High lead you on the restriction. But He's requiring us to have shalom. And He's looking at what He put in us and see during testing time, are we going to fold? Because when you know what's going on and you understand this is what the Most High is doing, then you have no fear. So one of the words is He's requiring it's almost like a commandment for us to have peace and shalom during this time. Next thing, He's requiring greater responsibility. He's going to put greater responsibility in our hands. Greater responsibility is what He's going to be looking to give us. All right, looking to place upon us. And remember all what we was telling you, that you are not followers, you are leaders. So leaders have to be responsible because they have a people or something that they're in charge of. But now the responsibility is going to become greater. The gift is going to become greater. The fruits is going to be required of more. So greater responsibility. When He give you more power, right, you have to be more responsible for that power, because we are gearing up to be able to do the exploits of the Most High. You got 2 weeks if you shut down in your city and you can't go to work, man. You should be in there praying. You should be interceding. You should be in there declaring. You should be in there decree. You should come out with power. So greater responsibility is going to be given to us, and a greater weight, a greater burden of the Most High is going to be given to us. That's one of the words that we're saying. Next thing from one of the people on the prayer, He said, be a lighthouse because ye are a light. During this time, you got to be the light. You got to be the one that you have to be glowing. What it says in Isaiah 6, it says that when gross darkness is upon the land and then upon the people, it's time for you to arise and shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Most High has risen upon you. This is the time right now that you are to not be just growing, but glowing. Because any light is light and darkness. Even the little pin light can help you see. So this is the time where we're not supposed to be just focused on ourselves, focus on our situation, focus of being so self-consumed. Because self-consumption is a distraction from what the Most High is doing. Again, self-consumption, worried about your feelings, your situation, your circumstance. These things are a distraction at this time. You have to focus on being a deliverer, being a savior. So this is the time that you don't just grow, but you glow. You begin to become a light, and your light begin to shine and cover areas that you didn't cover before. You got to be a light and then be the lighthouse where people can come in and run in and be saved. Run in and get words of salvation. Run in and get words of comfort. They ought to be able to look in your eyes and get faith, hear your words and get strengthened, see your demeanor and get strengthened. You hear what I'm saying? This is the time to be a lighthouse, to be the light people are looking for. Because people are coming out of darkness because they're afraid. And they run into your house, but make sure your house ain't burning down. Make sure your house ain't in shambles. Make sure your house ain't finna fall over. This is the time that we have been getting geared for. All your praying, interceding, and prepared for all these years has gotten you to this time of our redemption. The worst thing you can do is to be so self-consumed that you miss the hour that you're supposed to shine. You hear what I'm saying? So be a lighthouse. What did we say at first? He's requiring shalom from us. It's a greater responsibility and a greater glory that he's going to have from us. And then we have to become and be a light. We have to not just grow, but we have to glow. Glow in this time of darkness. Because you're going to be seeing people, you will see familiar faces. All these type of things going to be coming towards you. All right, what else? Continue to purify yourself in him. Continue to purify yourself. I know we've been purifying ever since trumpets, then Day of Atonement. Then we purified some more through coat. Then we purified some more doing Feast of Dedication. Then we purified some more. We did a 7-day purification, right? And then now we're purifying again. We purifying again. So you continuously cleansing yourself anyway, getting all these things. And these are the times that the Most High would allow circumstances and situations to show you what's still inside of you. He'll allow things to happen to show you what's still there. It's all a test to let you see what's still, that you still need some more purifying. All right? It says, continue to purify yourself and speak the word of your testimony. This is the time that we ought to be speaking the testimonies of the scriptures. What our ancestors did during these times, right? What Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob did, what Daniel did, what Jeremiah did, what Isaiah did, what Ruth did, what Hannah did. We ought to be speaking the testimonies of the patriarchs to give us faith. We ought to be speaking what the children of Israel did to get when Egypt was getting judged. This is the time to begin to declare the testimonies of how the Most High made a great deliverance when he delivered our people out of Egypt, when he delivered our people from almost getting wiped out through Hadassah. That he delivered our brother Daniel when he was in the lion's den, the Hebrew brothers when they was in the fire. This is the time you speak these things in order to encourage our faith to know what stock we're from, to let us know that these things, whatever's coming on the world, ain't going to overtake us. Because it's our redemption. So as we purify ourselves, we are speaking the testimonies of the scripture. Right? Speaking the testimonies of the scripture. Next word was, I'm leading you. Continue to be steadfast and unmovable. See, that's one of the most important things you have to know right now. I'm leading you. So because we be so unsure, we don't know. We our mind ain't all the way made up. But to hear the words, I'm leading you. Yes, that's me that spoke that. Yes, that's me that told you to do that. Yes, I know you ain't never done something like that before, but that's me that told you to get that done. Yeah, I know that might seem like it's stretching you, but that's me leading you. Yeah, I know that might look like it's a unsurmountable mountain to be able to accomplish, but that's me leading you to do that. Yes, it might seem like it's unconventional and other people ain't done it that way, but I'm leading you to do that. Yes, you might not have desired to even into this understandings, but it's me leading you. Yes, I'm leading you. See, that's what you got to be sure about. Because he's going to give you inspired jewels for survival right now. He's going to give us inspired strategic jewels for survival. And we have to know it's him. And he's sending you confirmation that yes, that's me. I'm leading you. Continue to be steadfast and unmovable. That's what it was. It said, I'm leading you. One of the members of the practice team said, Moses said, I'm leading you and continue to be steadfast and unmovable during this time. Steadfast. He's requiring shalom for us. Greater responsibility that he's going to give us with a greater weight of glory. Being a lighthouse, right? Glowing rather than just growing. Continuing to purify ourselves and declaring the testimonies that's within the book. Right? Then to know that he's leading us and to continue to be steadfast and unmovable. I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you. What else he said? Cut away all things that's not edifying. That's what one of the people on the prayer team says. The Most High said. It says what? Cut away all things that's not edifying. And some stuff ain't even sin. Some stuff ain't even sin. But if you get a check in your spirit, let it go. If you get a check in your spirit, don't do it no more. If you get a check in your spirit, don't even watch it no more. Cut that show off. Don't look at that show no more, because it ain't edifying. Cut the news off. Don't look at the news no more, because it ain't edifying. Cut that loved one off, because that relationship ain't edifying. You see what I'm saying? It's the truth. Things that are not edifying, cut off. Sometimes your dream that you're going after is not edifying for this time. Let it go. You can have your whole dream you trying to do, but if you ain't checked with the Most High and see if it's the timing for it, sometimes you got to let it go, because you spend all your time trying to do that. Let it go. Cut it away. It might not be sin. Everything that's lawful is not expedient. Turn it loose. Some conversations you got to hang up that phone, because it ain't edifying to what you're trying to do. Last thing. Endurance and perseverance. Endurance and perseverance. But the Most High didn't stop there, because we wanted to know what endurance is and what does it mean to persevere in the Most High. What does it mean to persevere in the Most High? What is endurance? Sound good, but what is it? What does it mean to persevere? It means the ability to focus on Yah under unsurmountable pressure. That's what it means to persevere. The ability to keep your focus on Yah under unsurmountable pressure. I don't care what's on you. I don't care how heavy the pain is. I don't care how heavy the deep the hurt is. I don't care if you seem like to lose everything financially. I'm keeping my focus on Yah. I'm keeping my focus on Him. I got all kind of pressure. I got loved ones leaving me, talking about me, saying all this things about me, those that was close to my heart. Focus on Yah under pressure. All of a sudden, people saying things about me and talking about me that we supposed to be all Hebrews together. We supposed to be doing all this together. And all of a sudden, all these talks and victory and stuff keep coming up and all. Keep your eyes on me. Focus on me. Endure. Persevere. Because on the other side of that is me. It's your treasure. The ability to focus on the Most High under unsurmountable pressure. That's what it means to persevere. We don't know what might be coming up. We don't know what might be happening. as this world is crumbling, as Babylonian system is falling down. But are you going to be able to focus when you seeing stuff you ain't never seen before? When you can't walk the streets because of the National Guard, stores without getting checked, when you got to get searched and seizures and all those type of things. When they putting a vaccine in front of you and they telling you you must take this vaccine or we're going to quarantine you and your whole family. We're going to take y'all to this FEMA camp. We're going to label y'all as enemies of the state because you won't take this vaccine. And then we'll push you as domestic terrorists because you're against the vaccine. You won't take it, but then also you preach against it. Can you still focus on y'all then? Under unsurmountable pressure. One of the patriots was able to focus on the Most High under unsurmountable pressure. They persevered. Daniel persevered. Joseph persevered. Joseph, all that he went through was sold by his brothers in the captivity, working in the prison house, tempted by a Pharaoh's wife, ran and still went into prison for years after that. He still focused on the Most High. Job focused on the Most High under unsurmountable pressure. Sometimes when you focus on the Most High under pressure, you can't do a whole lot of talking. You can't be around everybody. You got to be by yourself for a while. Because your focus has to be on Him. Under pressure. Under pressure. Everybody in your house is against you. Husband against you. Children against you. Friends against you. Can you still focus on this truth and focus on the Yah under pressure? Can you still persevere? Can you make it to the other side? Can you get there? And the only way you're going to focus on Him under pressure is you understand that He's requiring shalom from you. You understand the greater the glory, the glory, the greater the responsibility that you're going to have. The only way that you're going to be able to focus on Him under pressure is being a lighthouse, being a light, when you're glowing in the midst of darkness. The only way you're going to be able to focus on Him under pressure when you begin to purify yourself continuously and focus on the testimonies of the patriots. That's how I persevere. That's how I do it, because I'm focused on the testimonies, and I'm hearing the testimonies. I'm allowing the testimonies to get in my spirit, so I won't be overtaken by what this basoro, this wicked basoro that this nation is trying to push of fear to paralyze me. Yeah, I'm gonna persevere because I know He's leading me, and I'm gonna continue to be steadfast and unmovable. That's how I'm able to focus on Him under unsurmountable pressure. And I cut away everything that's not edifying. It's not edifying to Him. This where we at. This where we at. This where we got to think. Take this, take this, take this. This is how we have to think. Take this into this fast and ask the Most High to equip you with these things. Equip you with these things. I'm going to say these things again because I want to make sure you got it, because it's multiple words that the Most High gave different individuals, but it's became one word to go into this next season. And I want you to write this down, do what you got to do, because you're going to have to come back to this video, or you're going to have to come back to these words. To come back to these words in order to keep your focus. So I'm going to say them again. Put it in the chat if you have to. Number one, He's requiring shalom. It's requiring shalom. I don't know. I don't know if the vaccines will be mandatory. It could be. Don't know. But whatever you do, if they do make it mandatory, take the consequences. That's where my mind at. All right, number one, he's requiring shalom. Number two, he's greater responsibility, greater weight of glory, and we're gonna have to have greater responsibility. Greater weight of glory for greater responsibility. That's number two. Number three, be the lighthouse because you are the light. Be the lighthouse. Don't just grow, glow. Glow. Be the lighthouse. Be the lighthouse. That's number three. Number four, continue to purify yourself and speak the testimonies. And speak the testimonies of the scriptures. Be the lighthouse and begin to speak the testimonies of the faith. Continue to purify yourself. This is number four. Continue to purify yourself and speak the testimonies of the faith, or the word of our faith, the testimonies. Number five, I'm leading you. Continue to be steadfast and unmovable. Number five, I'm leading you. All right, I help you with that, how to purify. I'm leading you. Continue to be steadfast and unmovable. Number six, cut away all things that are not edifying. Cut away all things that are not edifying. That's number six. Cut away all things. Number six. Cut away all things that is not edifying. And you let the Ruach fill in the blank for you, specifically for that. Cut away all things that's not edifying. Here's number seven. Hey, that's number seven. Completeness, wholeness, fullness. Number seven, focus on Yah under pressure. Focus on Yah under insurmountable or unsurmountable, however you say that, pressure. Focus on Yah under great pressure. That's what it means to endure. Endure. Persevere, which is to focus on Yah under pressure. Focus on Him under pressure. Focus on Yah under pressure. Endurance. So those are the words. I read them off again. He is requiring shalom from us because we have a greater responsibility, which will bring a greater glory. Because we are the light. So be the light. To grow and glow. And as you're glowing, continue to purify yourself in Him and speak the word of His testimony. Now, how you purify, the scripture says, I think in Psalms 119, how does a young man cleanse himself? Through taking heed to the word of Elohim. Purify yourself through the word. That means that you're going to take the Ruach, which will take the word and mortify the deeds of the flesh. That's how you begin to purify yourself. You become clean, right? You begin to put the water of the word, wash yourself with the water of the word, and you begin to read the word and become what you're reading, right? And allow yourself to be purified of things that are not right. And some of the main ways you can do that word is going to help you forgive. It's going to help you get rid of bitterness. It's going to help you get rid of resentment. It's going to help you seal up that hurt and that pain that you're going through. These things that you have not, that we ain't let the Most High in. When you begin to focus on that and allow the Most High to heal that and to make you whole again, that's how you purify yourself. It says, continue to purify yourself and speak the word of His testimony because I am leading you. So continue to be steadfast and unmovable. Cut away all things that are not edifying and endure, persevere. Focus on the Yah under insurmountable pressure. Focus on Yah under insurmountable pressure. So I want us to leave us with that. Let's take that and go into this fast with that mindset. All right, go into this fast with that type of thinking. Go into this next season. Put that on your mind, because a lot of times the Most High send a word before He send you through whatever you finna go through. And it's been words that I done wrote down or that I done recorded myself saying in prayer. And some of it like a year or two ago. And I go back and listen to it and I be like, wow. I'm experiencing exactly what He gave me at that time. I said, question, how do I find Periscope? Well, go on your phone app. Whether you have an iPhone or if you have Android, and just put in search Periscope, and you ought to find it. You ought to find it. Do that, and you ought to find it. But if that becomes a problem, then I try to do our name on Periscope is Rebirth of a Nation. Just put in Rebirth of a Nation, you'll find us. Rebirth of a Nation, you ought to be able to find us there. I'm using the fast to prepare my body and my mind to endure hard times as well, getting fit and being able to walk long distances. Yes, that's important, because it talks about how fast will help our health grow speedily. So that's important. That's important to do. I don't know. I think you can use Periscope in the computer. I don't know. You have to put that in and try. Let's see if you can use it with a computer. But I guess I would do a few prayer requests right now. If you have specifics, I try to pray for you and your family. Somebody say yes, you can. With that. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep yawning. It revealed to me that complaining is opposition against Him. We can't complain. Hallelujah. You're right.